Creating notebooks. Learning to create notebooks in OneNote 2013 is just as important as learning to create documents in Word or workbooks in Excel. Notebooks are the backbone of OneNote. Everything you do in OneNote will be within notebooks. As we've mentioned already, OneNote 2013 is like an electronic notebook that you can use to take, organise and store notes much in the same way that you would in a 3-ring binder or a spiral notebook back when you're in school. While you might use the section dividers and tabs in the 3-ring binder to divide notebook pages, as well as organise notes and other things, OneNote also offers organisational features to help you sort and organise your notes and information. These features are called folders, sections and pages. They all come together to make up your notebook. Here's how it works. Pages are where the notes are taken. Groups of pages are made up of pages and subpages. Subpages are shown as pages with smaller tabs. An analogy to think of is to think of these as multiple individual pages that you took over a week's time in a biology class. Groups of pages are stored in sections. We'll use the biology class as an example. You can use your 3-ring binder and organise your biology notes in the one place. This is the section for biology. Sections are stored in folders. Using the same analogy, perhaps you put your biology notes into a folder with pockets, and then put that folder into a 3-ring binder, or perhaps you used page dividers. Folders make up your notebook. In your notebook, you had notes for all your classes, such as biology, math, English class, etc. So if we break it down by how things might look in your notebook, we have notebook at the top level, and then folders, and then sections, and then pages. If this is confusing now, don't worry, it'll get easier as the course progresses. To create a new notebook, click on the File tab to go to the Backstage view, and then click on New. The first thing you need to do is select where you want to store the notebook. You can store it to your SkyDrive, or OneDrive as it's now called, or you can add a place such as a Microsoft Exchange or a SharePoint account. We're going to show you how to save to your SkyDrive and to your computer. Let's select Computer for now. Type a name for your notebook under the notebook name. When you enter a name, the Create Notebook button becomes active. If you want to choose where the notebook will be stored, click the link that says Create in a different folder. Otherwise, click the Create Notebook button. It's that easy. Your new notebook opens with a blank page showing. Now, let's create a new notebook and store it on OneDrive. Go to File and then New. On this screen, I've signed into my OneDrive account. Make sure your OneDrive account is selected and enter a notebook name just like we did before. Once you've entered your name, click on Create Notebook to create the notebook. OneNote will then ask you if you'd like to share your notebook with other people. If you want to share it, click the Invite People button to specify the people you want to share it with. If you don't want to share it, click the Not Now button. You can always share it later if you want. We've chosen Not Now. As we said earlier in this course, OneNote 2013 automatically saves your information as you take notes. If you switch to another page or section, we'll learn more about these later, or if you switch to another page or section, or if you close sections or notebooks. OneNote refers to this as syncing. However, it saves it in the OneNote format, which is .one. If you want to save your notebook, a section of your notes, or a page of your notes to a different location or in a different format, you can save them yourself. However, you won't see a Save or Save As option in the Backstage areas as you would with other Office programs such as Word or Excel. To save your files in a different location or format, click the File tab, and then select Export on the left. As you can see, you can export the current page, section, or notebook. Once you select what you want to export, you can then choose the format that you want on the right here. We're going to choose Word document, which is docx. Click the Export button. Choose where you want to save the page, section, or notebook, and then click the Save button. Now, OneNote automatically syncs or saves your notebooks to the location where you've chosen to store them. However, you can manually sync your notebooks too. To do this, go to the Backstage area by clicking the File tab. Click Info on the left, and then click on the View Sync Status button. You'll see this dialog box. If you've signed into OneDrive, all your notebooks that are listed here will be stored remotely. Choose the notebook you want to sync, click the Sync Now button on the right of it. You can also choose to click the Sync All button on the top right of the dialog box to sync all notebooks. You can also return to your notebook and then right-click on the notebook title, as you can see. Select Sync this notebook now from the list. Now remember, OneNote automatically syncs your notes. However, you may not want OneNote to sync your notes until you're finished, especially if your notebook is shared and you only want to share the finished notebook. To configure manual sync, right-click on the notebook name as we did previously and then select Notebook Sync Status. This feature is only available for shared notebooks. Alternatively, you can go to the File menu and then click on View Sync Status. You can then select Sync Manually. You can then return to this window when you're ready to sync the notebook or change it back to automatic. You can search OneNote 2013 for a notebook, page, section, or any element such as text, audio, images, videos, or embedded files. To search, go to the search box at the top right of your OneNote window. By clicking on the downward arrow, you can specify where you want to search, such as Find on this page, Section, Group, Notebook, or All Notebooks. Type the keywords in the search field and OneNote will find what you're looking for. To close a notebook, right-click on the name of the notebook on the left side of the screen, below the File tab. And then select Close this notebook. To open a notebook, go to the File tab and click Open. If you have a recent notebook and want to open again, you can select the name of the notebook from the Recent Notebook section, as shown here. Otherwise, you can click on the location where it's stored, such as your OneDrive or your computer location, and then open it from there. Let's open this notebook again.